corrupt, clueless, and delusional take on new meetings when dumb cops bite off more than they can chew.
Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
Then you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your knees.
So, we've got Officer Auggie here, supposedly on duty, pulling off some award-winning stunts. He wrecked a police car and now refused to get tested for sobriety. And that too in quite a dramatic manner, as he used rather colorful language with his superior officer handling his case.
I just don't want you to do it like this, all right? I'm not trying to be a prick. I'm not trying to be difficult. You gotta understand, it's my job, dude. So don't treat me like that. If you want to be done, I understand that.
Initially, he was asked to disarm, to which he obliged. Though, as soon as he was asked to sign up for the alcohol and drugs test, things took a dramatic turn, real fast. Officer Auggie straight up declined for testing and claimed he was done.
Your focus seems divided on me. What's going on? You just nervous?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's your vest at? You don't have it on you? Okay. All right. What else do you got on you? You got
done.
Pocket knife, huh?
I'm done.
What's going on, though? Tell me what's going on, bud.
I'm done.
Auggie was having none of it. So while they tried to take away his gear, he stormed out, though they tried to stop him, instead of thinking about what would be best for him in this scenario. And it was clearly not this option that he was so eager to take. But when the officer burst into tears, it became pretty clear that there might be more to the story than he was letting on.
You just wrecked a cruiser. It's not the end of the world.
Fuck that.
I know, it's not the end of the world. We can do this, Auggie. If you just go down and take the test like we're asking you, if you do that, then we can at least get that cleared to where you can come back to work.
It seemed Auggie was having trouble understanding the fact that he totaled a police cruiser, because he was reaching a whole new level of non-cooperation when he turned the tables on his superior by blaming him for treating him like a bug. Yeah, imagine that.
I am honest to God being serious with you. What have I done to you for you to treat me like that? I don't know. I didn't wreck the cruiser in there and then have to ask you to come to take the test. Yeah, you're having a tough time right now with everything that's going on, bud. But it doesn't have to go out like this, okay? It's just an accident.
Now, the other cop tried to play the mediator, even asking him if Auggie was fit to drive since he was in a hurry to just leave. But did Auggie agree to that? Nope. He kept on playing the role of victim here and started thrashing about.
I know you probably are. You're right. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or lie to you. Come on, just calm down, bud. I understand you're upset and you gotta calm down. Remember, Auggie. Huh? I'm talking to you as a friend here too. You. All right.
After a long while, the officer realized that there was no point dragging this out, so he agreed to be taken in. He was charged with DUI and totaling a police cruiser, and the repercussions for that are pretty serious. After listening to it, he had a hard time standing up. I guess the gravity of the situation had hit him at that point, huh?
Statements made during any interviews may be used as evidence of misconduct or as the basis for seeking disciplinary action against you. Can the fruits of any of your statements be used against you in a subsequent criminal proceeding? A person of your choice may be present to serve as a witness during the interviews. You'll be subject to dismissal.
On March 29th, 2019, Officer Nathan Meyer was found passed out drunk in his car with the window smashed. Yep, and 3 officers who responded to this call released the footage that clearly showed the culprit passed out.
You got it?
Is there a trick to his
There's
duty
Velcros.
belt?
Yeah, there's some keepers. Let me see.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you in.
Right there, we got you.
Hold on, he might have make sure he doesn't have backup.
The officer was so out of it that he didn't move a muscle while the EMTs and other officers tried to assess the damage, take him out of his jacket, and move the guy to the stretcher. And while he lay asleep there was glass everywhere around him, indicating he might have hit his police car while driving intoxicated to the point of passing out. All those resources are being wasted on their boy in blue.
All right, let go, brother. I got you. You're just throwing us out.
You got it?
Yeah.
Did you guys check Cincinnati at all?
No, he's not responding.
Though later police footage showed the audio was muted, It did get speculated that either the respondent had to smash the window themselves to take him out of the car, or he might have done that himself. Whatever the case, it didn't put the officer in a good light, as well as the police department. Now, you would think that this type of behavior most certainly demanded heavy consequences, as no one is above the law. However, first it was reported that Nathan Meyer was demoted, but later it was revealed that the guy was instead promoted. Yeah, go figure. Though it did cause an uproar.
Meyer was demoted but kept his job. Now CBS 4 has learned Meyer has been promoted through a civil service testing process. According to documents obtained by CBS 4, Meyer successfully tested to become a police detective and was promoted last month.
After this cop was pulled up on the side of the street, he got out and could not open his eyes. Though it was clear to any onlooker what was going on there, the cop, on the other hand, claimed he was prone to seizures. Yup, and so like the good guy the responding officers were, they turned off their blinkers. Though, that didn't seem to help the situation on their hands.
What's going on, man?
You got my seizures, I act up.
Okay, do you need a EMS?
No. Here, let's just lean against my car real quick, alright? Alright, right here. It may get a little hot, but it's not the car.
Upon inquiring when the officer got off from work, or whether he was still on duty as he was in full uniform and gear, interestingly enough, the guy was unable to answer those questions. He tried his level best, though, to answer as coherently as possible, but him leaning down again and again didn't help the situation much.
Are you heading to work? Or where are you going?
You said you lived off the hot water. It's all good. I'm right here if you need a lean.
Hey, if you work nights, where are you going right now?
Next up, the startling discovery was made. Yup, a beer can found lying in the car. Well, now the situation was starting to make sense. Incoming was a witness who shed further light on the officer who was claiming to be just sick and no more. It appears these guys saw the officer running multiple stop signs along his way, pulling up in the middle of roads and swerving left and right. Wait, there's more. They also saw him asleep in the car later as they passed by him. Case in point, right folks?
He could be having a medical condition, but he was asleep. We passed by his car. He was asleep.
He was asleep?
When
did you pass by his car?
Right over here at Center and Firewood.
Okay.
We turned the corner. He was coming this way. We turned the corner because we kind of lost it.
All right.
But I have everything on video.
You do? Would you be able to email that to one of our officers?
Yeah, the guy just gave me a card here. Perfect.
So the cop, right off the bat, refused he had been drinking, even though the smell of alcohol was wafting off of him. He claimed all the stumbling and slurred speech was because of the 3 Benadryl he had taken prior. Yup, dude made a wild concoction of Benadryl and alcohol and was on his merry way to work. I mean, make it make sense.
In our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know. Okay. No, I know. I took the Benadryls.
There is a open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Have you been drinking at all today?
No. That's maybe 3 days old.
Okay.
The guy was desperate not to end up in jail and tried to get out of it any way possible. Well, he should have thought of that before going on this wild ride. Intoxicated as heck, right? And him refusing field sobriety tests only made the matters worse. So there he goes in cuffs and on his way to being investigated by the Justice League of Law Enforcement.
I am really just begging you. I don't want to go to jail.
Listen.
Well, hey, we're gonna detain you and we're gonna figure it out, okay? Go ahead. Don't get a resistance charge.
No, of course not. No, of course not.
Put your hands like you're praying.
Yeah.
So, we have got a real charmer here. Our self-proclaimed cop was the star of a riveting car crash saga. And despite what everyone else seemed to think, she insisted she was innocent, of course, and did not cause that accident. Yeah, right.
There is one person that was flagging me down for this accident who's saying she's law enforcement and she appears intoxicated.
Now, regardless of the fact that she denied everything, the witness who called in this situation had proof. Yup. And even though he was scared out of his mind, as the woman had a gun on her, he still recorded it all. The way she pushed him out of his own car and shoved him as well? Oh, she was not coming out looking good after this tape.
I'm faking a phone conversation right now while this lady needs some of my dough. I'm just didn't know what to do. Hey, excuse me? Please?
Don't come at me.
Please get out of my car right now.
Don't come at me right now. I'm a cop. I get come at me right now.
On to her version of the events now. And she outright laid the blame on the other guy and that he hit her and yelled at her. Furthermore, she also had the gall to claim she should not be ticketed as she was a law enforcement officer herself.
As far as her giving me a ticket, I'm a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
So he literally ran into me as I was coming off, like driving here. He hit me.
Officer Sarah, the gentle soul that she is, could not fathom being accused of such a heinous crime. And the fact she was accused of driving under the influence of alcohol, no less. So when she realized a criminal investigation was being conducted on her, she soon took a very defensive stance. She kept deflecting the subject at hand and gave no logical sense to it whatsoever.
Can you drink, though, and still drive and not be under the legal limit?
You can't. Okay, that's not what I asked. That's not what I asked you, though.
So like one glass?
Well, you said 2 glasses earlier, and then the original question I asked you was, on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being completely sober, 10 being completely drunk, what do you think you're at? And your response was, I haven't drank.
Well, if she was so sober as she claimed to be, that she was fit to drive, then she should have had no problem taking part in the field sobriety test, right? But nope, Miss Sarah refused to cooperate at all.
I have 2 witnesses, and then I have the observations of 2 other officers that were on scene, including myself.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you again, would you be willing to do some field sobriety exercises?
No.
No choice but to cuff the self-proclaimed cop. However, things got heated when she was told the charges she was being taken in with, and safe to say, she was not happy with that development. So, after a string of curses and a temper tantrum later, she was cuffed and ready to go to the police station.
You guys on your back. At this point in time, you're being placed under arrest for DUI and battery. You know how the Orange County Jail works.
You didn't give me
like this, you're gonna get safe book, and you know how that goes, okay?
Sir, I didn't do anything to be safe booked.
You're under arrest. The way you're acting is gonna
For what?
For DUI and battery on the person you hit.
Who?
Okay?
I didn't hit anyone.
Now, buckle up for these folks, because we have a captivating masterpiece here, featuring none other than a police captain who's apparently had one too many. And when the officer on the scene had the audacity to question the man's sobriety, what did he do? Well, he pulled rank and immediately let the guy know he was a police captain.
Back in your car. Drunk?
No, I'm the captain.
A what?
Captain.
Of what? The big. Don't reach in your pocket. Get back in your car. Have a seat.
I will. I'm not.
You've been drinking tonight?
I just got a ride.
You've been drinking tonight, sir.
I'm a captain on the police department.
What police department?
Oklahoma City.
The esteemed captain in question, who seemed to be a poker game enthusiast, tried to downplay his drinking. Classic move, right? However, pretty soon he claimed he was unfit to drive his very own vehicle. Now that was definitely a revelation. Ironically so.
How much you drink at your poker game?
Not much.
Not much? How much is not much?
I don't know.
Beer? How many beers?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? How long ago was that?
It's been going on a while.
How long ago did you drink your last beer, sir?
What time is it now?
It's 0140. You think you should drive it?
No, but I came from 4 blocks.
Here we go with the sobriety test. The captain, obviously above the law, started questioning the officer's body camera policy next. Because, you know, rules are for the common folk. But fear not, the captain ended up complying. For a bit, at least.
Jermaine Johnson?
Yes.
Jermaine's a good man, too.
He is.
Hang on right there, sir.
That's your brother.
Stand with your feet together, hands down by your side for me. Hands down by your side, please. Look straight ahead. You see the tip of my pin, sir?
I do.
I want you to follow the tip of my pin without moving your head, okay?
Now, the captain's commitment to the sobriety test made things a little easier. But the officer's steadfastness in not turning the body camera off was what took the cake. Oh, it was a showdown between duty and entitlement. Guess who wins?
We're not going to do the test?
We will.
Okay, because we keep stopping. Let's try another test then.
Who is this?
One of my partners.
Who is it?
Not sure. Can't tell with the lights on. No, it's Officer Kitch.
Surprise, surprise, the drunk captain finally decided to chat, courtesy of the handcuffs that made a special appearance. Though he graciously thanked the officer for turning the camera off, the arrest had been made. So, this said body cam finally took a break then, huh?
Go ahead and turn around for me. Put your hands behind your back.
Are you gonna arrest me, sir?
Yes, I am.
Can I talk to you?
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back, sir.
Ah, the classic I smell alcohol routine kicked off this episode. Our officer pulled over a fellow cop from Cincinnati whose tags were not only expired, but they were practically screaming for attention. So, of course, the officer flashed his badge next, enunciating he worked for Cincinnati. Like that was some kind of get-out-of-jail-free card.
Bring your head out here just a little bit.
Okay.
Paul, tip my finger with your eyes only. Don't even
Yep.
Man, how much you had to drink?
Literally nothing.
You know your tags are expired as well.
I know that already. I work for Cincinnati.
You work for Cincinnati and you got expired tags?
I showed you my badge.
I know, but I'm saying you work for Cincinnati and you drive around with expired tags?
Next up, the officer whipped out his trusty pen test, all to make sure the suspect did not have any kind of superhuman eye control, obviously. Meanwhile, the officer in question claimed he was as sober as a judge, quite conveniently forgetting the expired tags.
So nothing to drink at all?
No, sir.
So if you blow in a portable breath test, it'd be triple
I
zeros.
refuse all that. You can call your sergeant if you want to.
I don't need to call my sergeant.
I'm just saying. But like, I literally have had nothing to drink.
Nothing to drink, then it would be triple zeros,
Nothing.
right?
The drama escalated with the breathalyzer showdown. To blow or not to blow became the central conflict, as the officer refused the breathalyzer test. All his fellow cop could do was shake his head at the absurdity of the whole situation.
I want to put you through some more tests.
I refuse.
You refuse? Go ahead and turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
What test?
Turn around.
I will do the test.
You want to do the test now?
I will do the test. I really just want to meet.
Why are you trying to? You know how this goes.
I know how it goes. That's why I'm asking you why you're doing this. Like, I want to get.
Because I smell alcohol. I'm doing my job.
Okay, I will do it.
After refusing that, it was time for the walk the line spectacle. While the on-call officer laid out the stage for him along with the explicit instructions, our intoxicated officer, on the other hand, struggled with the concept and could not walk straight even. Hard to do that when you're drunk as heck, right?
The whole time you do it, you'll count your steps out loud, stay looking down at your feet, keep your arms down at your sides, and once you start the test, do not stop. It's going to look just like so. You're going to go 1, 2, 3. I took 3 steps. You're going to take 9. Keep the sleeve foot on the ground. Series of small steps, turn around, 9 heel-toe steps back the other way.
After those failed tests, he was given the one-leg stand test and was not going to be any different either, as the 30 seconds of standing turned into 30 seconds of embarrassment. And then the officer, blaming the drinking on his friend, made the matter even worse. Only thing left to do was to cuff the guy and bring him in.
1,025, 1,026. I can't, my balance is off.
All right, now you can stop. That's 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'll
right.
love to say.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Are you serious right
Yes,
now?
sir. You're under arrest for operating vehicle impaired. Put your palms together. Bring your arms back. Do you need another set?
What'd you say?
Do you need 2 sets on?
No, I don't.
Our daring cop here zoomed through Key Largo, Florida, at an impressive speed of 108 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. Yup, and when the deputy on scene turned on his justice lights, that white Chrysler remained as defiant as ever, refusing to yield.
Get out of the car right now. Out of the car, hands.
Hands up in the air!
Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around. Turn around, do not face me. Turn around.
Just walk right here. Walk right here. Shut the get right over here.
The intoxicated driver turned out to be Officer Donovan, a 26-year-old Miami-Dade cop. The deputy, though, was undeterred by this revelation and proceeded to make the guy go through the hands up, turn around, hands on your back routine. And of course, the culprit played the I'm a cop card next.
Hey, I'm a cop. Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
Then you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your knees.
As soon as the suspect was cuffed, that's when he revealed the real arsenal of intoxication. From the glassy eyes, slurred speech, and the unmistakable smell of booze, Donovan had it all going for him. But the real twist came when a collection of law enforcement goodies were discovered from the said car, including guns, a badge, and body cam as well. Quite a party on wheels going on here. Moving on, Donovan had trouble remaining silent during the Miranda rights symphony. He further added fuel to the fire when he refused the sobriety tests. Yep, leaving the deputy with no choice but to bring the fellow cops in.
If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
I get it, brother.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
No, sir.
I feel you're impaired.
Me?
Yeah. No. Okay.
Time to see what was the actual speed of the guy. And lo and behold, it was recorded at 111 miles per hour, with a grand finale of a pit stop after a 3-mile police pursuit. And just when you think this whole ordeal could not get any more dramatic, the deputy contemplated the fate of Donovan's cop gear.
If you want to just toss whatever you get, here's a box you can toss all his stuff that we need to take. I'm going to take him to the Roth. If you just want to drop it off, or...
Well, how can I help you?
Yeah. So I'll leave this here so you have somewhere to put everything.
The aftermath included Donovan facing the felony charges of fleeing and eluding, coupled with the DUI misdemeanor. Should not have sped along like that while the flashing lights were right on your tail, huh?
All right, you got to get off the phone now, boss, okay? They're going to let you make some more phone calls in just a little bit.
All right, bro. Have a good one. They're telling me to get off the phone now.
All right, give them the gentleman your phone.
A Florida deputy was found taking a nap, foot on the brake, car in gear, and a delightful snore emanating from him. The concerned citizen, armed with a camera, tried to rouse the snoring deputy, but he seemed to be a pretty heavy sleeper.
Excuse me, sir. Are you okay? You need to turn the vehicle off, okay? Let's turn the vehicle off, sir.
A deputy on the scene tried to decode the situation next. The dozing deputy, still in the driver's seat, was prompted to step out of the vehicle, though it seemed like a futile attempt. Poor deputy was having a hard time comprehending this situation of his colleague.
Oh, careful. All right.
Have a seat over there.
Step over here, sir. Come on, take a seat.
Have a seat.
What's going on, sir? Are you okay?
I'm not okay.
You're not okay?
Questions about alcohol consumption floated in the air as the officer put 2 and 2 together with the vehicular slumber and the pool of vomit he found nearby, while the drowsy cop played the waiting for the friends game and refused the sobriety test as well.
Where's your driver's license at, sir?
In the car.
Where in the car? In the glove compartment?
It's in the car. I can't. I don't know where it is.
It's fine. Just keep your hands out of your pockets for me, okay? Where are you coming from?
I was at a friend's house.
You were at a friend's house doing what?
Huh?
What were you doing?
I was hanging out with a friend.
The drunk suspect was so out of it that he expressed no interest throughout the whole process. His refusal to tests only further complicated the situation. So he was given a choice: either remain tight-lipped or take the tests. Only thing left to do was to cuff the guy and contemplate the situation of finding one of their own in such a wasted state.
I'm going to afford you at this time to complete a series of field sobriety exercises. Is that something you wish to do? No? Do me a favor, go ahead and stand up for me. Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Corrupt, clueless, and delusional take on new meetings when dumb cops bite off more than they can chew.
Hands up in the air!
Hands up in the air right now. Turn around, turn around.
Walk right here. Shut the Get right over here.
Wondering how these apparent civilians will react? Let's show you.
Why you acting like that? I'm a cop.
Then you'll listen to me when I tell you to get on your knees.